It has been 13 years until today. During these 13 years, our partners have been working tirelessly, except for the Chinese New Year holidays. Why? Because no one feels like they are working for me. No one feels like they are working for money. Why are they working? They are working for the mission of helping 100 million families achieve financial freedom. The way of management is to understand the laws governing all things in the world. Teacher Joe personally went to Japan to study Kyocera, Toyota, and Panasonic. He went to the United States to learn from Apple's Steve Jobs, and then from Musk's SpaceX. Then he went to Google and Facebook, and to Alibaba to learn. And Alibaba went to Huawei, and then traveled around the world. The way of management is not just about teaching you how to run a business, but about imparting a philosophy of management. Let's take a look at what management guidance talks about. How to make your business operate automatically, and how to make your family operate automatically, whether it's good or not. We will explain the core essence of the way of management to you, and you must write it down. All right, everyone present. The way of management talks about 5 major systems. Write down System 1, distribution system. System 2, promotion system. System 3, culture system. System 4, risk control system. System 5, marketing system. These 5 major systems are very important for a business. System 1, distribution system, transforms your business from a train to a bullet train. System 2, promotion system, transforms your business from a bullet train to a high-speed rail. System 3, culture system, directly transforms your business into an airplane. Transform into flight mode, transform into a UFO. The distribution system includes 5 mechanisms. The first mechanism is called the compensation mechanism, which is about how to pay employees so that they become increasingly motivated. The reforms of Shangyang transformed Qin into the world's strongest nation by becoming extremely efficient. Before Shangyang's reforms, Qin was the weakest among the 6 states. Why was it weak? Because it was just like the other 6 states. And at that time, it was a slave society. What does a slave society mean? It means the son of a slave is always a slave, and the son of a noble is always a noble. One of the things Shangyang did was to ensure that as long as you worked hard, whether it was farming or going to the battlefield to kill enemies, you could become a noble. Conversely, if a noble did not work hard, they could be demoted to a slave. So everyone farmed diligently, and they told their families that if you came to Qin to farm for over 5 mu, 80% of the grain would belong to you, and only 20% went to the national treasury. Now 80% is yours. All the ordinary people from the 6 states flocked to Qin, becoming Qin people to farm, gaining wealth and filling their stomachs. At this time, Shangyang came again, asking, do you want to get rich overnight? Do you want to become famous overnight? What are you waiting for? Go to the battlefield. Cutting off an enemy's head earns you 100 coins, 1,000 coins for 2, and 3 heads promote you to wealth. Slaves can make sons noble by battle. Change the fate of your descendants. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, everyone, when the soldiers of the Qin state went to the battlefield to kill enemies, seeing the enemy's head, it wasn't just a head, it was my fame and fortune. Do you understand? They saw it, they would cut it, and they kept it, fearing others would snatch it. After killing 3 people with 3 heads, when the other 6 states saw this, they thought, I'm just a soldier to earn a living, risking my life, I surrender. Isn't that enough? They came to ask if they could be spared after surrendering. The Qin army had a rule that only by killing could they receive rewards. So when the 400,000 Zhao soldiers surrendered, not a single one was spared. All were beheaded. After killing the Zhao state, there were no men left overnight. That's how ruthless it was. So Shangyang's reforms changed the system. I want to tell everyone here today, after learning the way of management, I will turn your 3,000 employees into a fierce and formidable Qin army. Do you think this is good or bad? Previously, when employees felt they were working for you, how could they be motivated? But when they feel they are working for themselves, do they have motivation? This is the way of management. This is the philosophy of management. The first thing in the way of management is to implement reform and opening up within your company. Can you understand this? Implement reform and opening up in your company. Change all the mechanisms and allow all employees to be allocated company shares. Instantly, the motivation of the employees will rise, and it will be completely different. You must implement a promotion system, which is essentially a mechanism, a promotion mechanism. Before we had this system, how did all the employees get promoted? By flattering the boss. Whoever the boss said should be promoted would be promoted, and whoever the boss said should be demoted would be demoted. But after having a promotion system, it's different. For example, in traditional companies, if a top performer invents a method that triples their performance, the boss asks him to go on stage and share his method to help the entire company triple their performance. Would he be willing to share? He definitely wouldn't be willing, because sharing has nothing to do with him. In traditional companies, if a manager trains a top sales employee, the boss hopes this top sales employee will become the next manager, and that this manager will train him to become the next manager. Would this manager be willing? Not only would he be unwilling, but he would also suppress me, because 80% of the department's performance is due to this top sales employee. If I train him to become a manager, his performance has nothing to do with me, and my income would actually decrease. Tell me, is this true or not? In traditional companies today, as a company's finance officer, your company is a fixed entity. A marketing manager comes up with a plan that could allow the company to invest 5 million and earn 50 million in return with a success rate of over 80%. But when the boss asks the finance officer if they can approve the funds for this plan and evaluate whether the project can succeed, generally, the finance officer would approve it, because if it profits, it has nothing to do with me, but if it loses, the boss will scold me. In traditional companies, when a salesperson finally secures a deal with a company and the client asks for immediate delivery, promising to make the payment today, it turns out today is a holiday. Then, the salesperson asks the shipping department to work overtime. Are they willing to work overtime? Normally, when I work overtime, I earn a fixed salary. So, I want to tell everyone here that the end result is that the company becomes disorganized. But imagine, everyone, have you ever attended any direct sales meetings? If you have attended direct sales meetings, you would find it very fascinating. Why? Because I brought this person to the direct sales venue, and as a result, everyone in the entire venue is closing deals. Everyone is talking about how great we are, urging you to sign up. In reality, my signing up has nothing to do with them. But why are they willing? When you are involved in direct sales, you will find that everyone is willing to train you, promote you to manager, promote you to director. They are eager to give you all their abilities. It's due to the system. Let's change it. Our company has a profit-sharing system for all employees. All the money the company earns will be distributed to everyone. And the more you contribute to the company, the more you get. If you're a top sales performer and your method triples your performance, sharing it can help the company triple its performance. And this tripling has helped the company earn an additional 20 million. This 20 million, equivalent to 20%, will be distributed as a year-end bonus to your account. How much is 20% of 20 million? 4 million. 4 million for a salesperson is an enormous temptation. So would they share their method with everyone? They would share it, wouldn't they? Many managers are reluctant to train their salespeople to become managers, as it doesn't benefit them directly. However, if there is a promotion mechanism for wouldn't a manager want to become a director? By training 3 managers, you become a director. Train 3 directors, and you become a president. As president, you can own shares in a branch company. Now tell me, would you train others? As financial officer, the plan needs a 5 million investment to earn 50 million. If your approval leads to 50 million earnings, 10% dividends are yours. If this plan makes money, will finance approve it? Today, you can still get a yearly bonus. Each shipment benefits you too. Ship more, secure clients, and earn $20,000 from 1 million revenue. Would he do it? Only the mechanism changed. Mechanism change leads to people change. Employees are self-interested. Changing that is impossible. You need to create a mechanism that makes them work harder for self-interest. Raise your hand if you get it. What is a mechanism? A mechanism is who you work for and how results are shared. So it must be done. Management starts by elevating your perspective. Transform yourself from an ordinary person to excellent, to outstanding, to brilliant, to extraordinary, to a leader. Excellence is in the position of doing things. Outstanding is in the position of being a person. Brilliance is in maintaining the layout. And when you rise to the dimension of a leader, only then can you truly manage those who are more capable than you. The way of management is explained. Teacher Joe invites top consultants nationwide, with fees starting in millions, to teach brand positioning and equity handling. Former CFOs of China Resources Group and Alibaba will discuss taxation. So the way of management, once you master these 18 lessons, the business will operate automatically. Once it operates automatically, the business becomes your asset, and you can earn a continuous passive income. Now tell me, is this good or not? Should you learn how to build distribution systems, competitive systems, cultural systems, risk management systems, and marketing systems? Once you learn them, everyone here will have nothing more to say. Not only can this system be used in businesses, but can we also apply this system in our own homes? It applies to family. One person wealthy isn't true wealth. Family wealth is, but family wealth isn't enough. True wealth lasts 3, even 5 generations. So, should you learn the way of management? You definitely should. Enhance your skills, directly implement the martial arts system, and write this grand operation.